This special episode is brought to you by Adventure Sports Tours, Surfing America and the PacSun USA Surf Team, and OC16, exclusively on Oceanic Time Warner Cable. Aloha, and welcome to this special episode of Billabong Surf TV, where we focus in on the 2011 ISA World Masters Surfing Championships. In only its 5th edition since the first event in 2003, the ISA World Masters is open to any surfer, man or woman, over the age of 35. As always, the ISA events boast a team surfing atmosphere, where national pride outweighs personal interest. Hosted by the lush Central American country of El Salvador, the 2011 ISA World Masters Surfing Championships set up shop at the renowned point break of Punta Roca. With former champions and national powerhouses gathered on the point, the ISA World Masters Championships was set up for a great event. Prior to the event, the small country of El Salvador was put into a state of emergency, with Tropical Storm Irwin opening the skies and causing mass flooding. With rivers swelling, Punta Roca was swamped with debris, so the ISA and visiting teams took the opportunity to give back and organized a beach cleanup.
It's been raining for 8 straight days in El Salvador, and the president of the country declared a state of emergency on Friday, closing schools, closing everything, including our event on Sunday. And we're hoping that the state of emergency is lifted later today so that we can start the event tomorrow. To show our respect for the community and the beach where we're having the event, the ISA has organized a beach cleanup, going up and down, picking up all of the trash that's lining the beach, everything, an incredible amount of wood. There are hundreds of people on the beach right now, all the local people from the community, as well as all the ISA officials and the athletes from the teams all around the world.
Through the rain and from the deck of the AST surf camp, you could still see the swell coming down the point. And despite the trying conditions, in an event with die-hard surfers from around the world eager to warm up for the competition to come, there were sure to be some takers on the chocolate walls. The opening ceremonies kick off the start of the event as the eager masters take to the lineup. We're coming right back. Welcome back to Billabong Surf TV, coming from the 2011 ISA World Masters Surfing Championships at Punta Roca, El Salvador. As is tradition with all ISA events, the games begin with an opening ceremony to showcase the unique and diverse countries in attendance. In their first turnout to the ISA Masters, the Hawaiian team was eager to get things going.
Today is a ceremony and the weather's gotten better, the waves have gotten better, so we're fired up.
The smaller gathering at this year's opening allowed for an intimate feel between competitors, officials, visitors, and locals. With the Parade of Nations leading the way into the sands of the world, cultures ceremoniously meshed under Punta Roca's coconut skyline. At last, with the games officially on, the lineup at Punta Roca was open for competition. Eager surfers prepped for their heats, but perhaps the most anticipated surfer to watch was former world champion Tom Curran. With 5 different age divisions spanning the generations of Masters surfers, the variety of surfing and generational style could be seen from heat to heat. The first 2 days held the opening rounds for all 4 men's divisions in the darkened waters. But under the murky surface lay a silver lining. Floodwater that escaped the river mouth in the days prior washed sand down the point, covering many of the rocks and creating some shady sand-sucking barrels for an eager pack of surfers searching for the exit. When we come back, cleaner conditions bless the ISA Masters with long green lines and plenty of open canvas. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Billabong Surf TV, where the sun has come out in El Salvador for the ISA Masters surfers from around the world. With weather finally lifting, early risers were greeted with the typical clean conditions of Punta Roca that had been eluding them thus far.
Have you had enough? Or have you had too many? Sun's run over here.
After a quick warm-up surf, competition resumed with La Punta offering up the goods. Day 3 saw the women's division get into action, with all the main surf powerhouses dominating the field.
Today we woke up, the sun was out. The conditions today are really, really good. The waves are 2 to 3 foot. There's some nice barrels that are coming through, some nice running waves. Yeah, I was lucky to get a 7 to start my heat off with, and yeah, I was pretty happy.
I'm peeking out barred windows, and well, the scene from here looks mighty rough, yeah.
7-time world champ Lane Beachley came to El Salvador representing Team Australia and was clearly the female surfer to beat.
All the girls are surfing well, but with the support of my team in Australia, I feel really confident. And I know by watching the guys and the way that they're getting scored that I need to do really big maneuvers that are on rail and controlled but powerful, and that's what the judges are rewarding.
As the heats wore on, there was inevitably winners and losers. But with the ISA's double elimination format, all had a second chance to make it through the event. While the games breed healthy, fun competition, there was still sure to be some nerves felt once the jersey was on.
Looking around and what do you see? Something for what it is all what it could be. Explore your mind's thoughts and dreams, because when we season we start to lose the ability. Sing it out, oh, oh, oh.
I'm surfing 2 divisions, so I've been progressing really well in my Grandmasters division, but I got into the repechage my first round, so I have to kind of make up some momentum now in repechage.
Come take a ride with me as a four-wheel creature. We'll take a
My qualifying round didn't go so good. I had Tom Curran and didn't get through. I'm in 2 divisions and I'm in the repechage in both categories, so it's nice to get through a heat.
I don't get another chance to have another bad heat, so yeah, definitely a little bit more pressure, but I got knocked out in the same round last year and made it through to the final, so the hope is still there.
It's all about perspective. It all depends on the way you look at it. So shine the light on another direction, because once you get it, you got it, you're gone. Oh, oh, oh. Open your mind and go.
The waves are still really nice today. It's very contestable. The one thing is there's not a lot of waves. There's just a few good waves every heat. So for me, I was a little nervous. I just wanted to make sure I got my wave count, and that's the tricky thing. And when the conditions are a little bit slow like this today.
The action builds as the ISA Masters fight for a spot into the finals, and Team USA hosts a friendly barbecue. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Billabong Surf TV. The competition at the ISA Masters in El Salvador is heating up as national teams battle it out to advance to the final day. Flying their country's colors with pride, each surfer represents for their own reasons, but all share the common bond of surfing camaraderie.
Just look at how many people show up for the event. and everybody's really has a positive vibe and positive energy, and it's awesome to have the team competition, the USA team, the Hawaii team, South Africa team. It's really cool.
Feels so magnificent to have the team support on the shore cheering you on. It's just so inspiring and motivating. It makes you want to surf your best for your team.
You know, I hope it's an inspiration for all the great young surfers we have in Costa Rica. I'm so happy for the Federation in Costa Rica and the ISA to have an event like this and to meet all these wonderful people and to learn from them.
The ISA events, I've always loved them. I surfed on 2 Australian teams in the early 70s, and I think it's a great opportunity for our team members to interact with other teams, make new friends from different countries, and I think it really promotes a real good bonding and a good spirit in surfing.
In the 35 and older Masters division, Team Hawaii surfers Davey Gonzalez and Ross Williams pushed steadily towards the final. Also making it through was South African Gary Van Waringen.
Oh, I'm very happy to be in the final. I've been feeling better every heat, so let's hope I can take it all the way.
Using their second chance, Aussie Mark Richards and Puerto Rico's Carlos Cabrero hacked their way into contention, setting up the Masters Grand Final. The 40 and older Grand Masters division saw a big push by the Brazilians. Jojo de Olivencia and Fabio Gouveia took 2 different paths to the Grand Masters final, through both the qualifier and second chance brackets. Puerto Rican and 4-time ISA Masters champion Juan Ashton kept his hopes alive, securing his spot in the Grand Masters final, along with South Africa's Andre Malherbe. In the stacked 45 and older Kahunas division, it was a battle royale to make the final with a number of worthy contenders. Hawaiian team captain Mike Latronic came within inches of making it through, but it wasn't meant to be as South African David Malherbe, along with Brazilian David Husadel, slashed their way to the final using their second chance. In the main bracket, it was 2 American surfers that stole the show. Teammates and old-time rivals Tom Curran and Jim Hogan flashed on clashes of the past and continued to one-up each other.
Yeah, I had a lot of heats with Jim Hogan when I was younger, and we surfed against each other quite a lot. It was always friendly rivalry, but he's very competitive, and I really enjoy that.
Tom Curran, come on, you know, I've grown up with Tom since 1978, and it's like old-time rivalries, but you know, we're a lot friendlier, and it's been really great hanging out with Tom this week and being able to surf with him, and it's been fun.
With both surfers taking the rightful spot in the Kahuna's Grand Final, an epic showdown was set. On the women's side, Australian and champion surfer Lane Beachley drew all the attention with her smooth style on the Punta Roca walls. From the first heat, it was obvious that Lane would make it all the way to the women's Grand Final. The 50 and older Grand Kahunas division saw surfers from a mixed bag of countries, vying for 4 open slots in their Grand Final. With valuable points towards a team medal up for grabs in the Grand Finals, pushing as many team surfers into the finals of each division became the main strategy. Heading into the final day, the USA surf team was looking the strongest, with the most number of surfers advanced to the finals. In the midst of competition, the USA surf team extended an invitation to their Hawaii counterparts for a barbecue dinner to catch up on old times. While many of the surfers traveled and competed against each other at one time, there were still a few new friends made over the delicious feast. To cap the night off, USA's head coach Ian Cairns couldn't let his guests leave without serenading them a farewell song.
Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore.
With the contest yet to finish, a championship was still up for grabs. Stick around for the final day of competition, coming up next. Welcome back to Billabong Surf TV. At the 6th and final day of competition of the ISA Masters World Surfing Championships in El Salvador. With 5 divisions to award 5 new champions and the overall team champion yet to be decided, the final day of competition held tons of excitement. On the women's side, Lane Beachley once again stole the show, casually displaying her surfing talent, gliding her way to gold. The Grand Kahuna's final saw an underdog rise to the top. In a surprise victory against surfers from Australia, South Africa, and the United States, Costa Rica's Craig Schreiber found the best set of the final to claim the emotional win. In the Masters division, Ross Williams held it down as the only Hawaiian to make a final. With a stacked heat and declining conditions, Ross was only able to muster up a copper medal finish. Behind South Africa's Gary Van Waringen, Puerto Rico's Carlos Cabrero, and winner Aussie Mark Richards. The Grand Masters saw Brazilians Jojo de Olivencia and Fabio Gouveia battle it out for 2nd and 3rd. Alright. She's 16, all grown up, self-esteem low enough to love. In a remarkable feat, Puerto Rico's Juan Ashton came through in the dying minutes to win his 4th consecutive ISA Masters gold medal. The Kahuna's final was perhaps the most anticipated of the day, pitting teammates and old rivals Tom Curran and Jim Hogan against each other. In a battle for gold, the lead changed back and forth. But in the end, past world champ and perhaps the crowd favorite, Tom Curran bested his teammate.
I think it's a good event, and yeah, it's a little different surfing in a team event. I've been in team events before, but mostly surfing is very individualized. But it's better in a way because it's not just about you. You're actually, getting behind your other teammates, and I've known these guys for a long time, and it's kind of nice to have Ian as a coach again. It's been, I don't know how many years, probably at least 30 years or so since I've had Ian as a coach. So that's kind of cool.
Beyond the individual medals and glory, the real bragging rights go to the overall team champions. With a total of 4 team surfers taking home individual medals and gaining valuable points, the USA surf team made their first year competing at the ISA World Masters Surfing Championships golden.
We've worked pretty darn hard for this thing, but the guys are amazing surfers, really great competitors, very mature in their competing skills. We've had a great time in El Salvador, had some great waves, stayed with amazing people, so it's just been a fantastic experience for us, and obviously we're stoked.
A special thanks goes out to Surfing America and the PacSun USA surf team. Screenworks. Art plus ink equals Screenworks. For all your apparel and screen printing needs. Hawaiian Bath and Body. Rick's Islandware. And Kicker Audio. Surf travel accommodations in El Salvador provided by Adventure Sports Tours. Check out astadventures.com for more info.